Yeah, it's videoing when it's on.
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. This is a swivel. Make sure you're wet your knot. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm right. Only about 4 inches from the when you clip it on.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the first short nail.
Mm-hmm.
I got the instructions on the internet how to make one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, you go around one revolution, right back to the first pin.
Mm-hmm.
Slide it in. I hold my finger in between. You don't have to if you don't want it, but it makes it easier for me to. And you make 4 loops. So you see 1. See the circle?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Hang it on the nail.
Mm-hmm.
Bring this up. Slide it through the
hole.
Through the hole on the copper. Wet it. Then I hook it on the spike. Oops. And I go about a foot, a little more than a foot.
Mm-hmm.
15 inches maybe.
I'm going to start over.
Start over. Because we're going to make 2 drops. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I go about 2 foot or maybe 30 inches or so. You want the sinker, you don't want the sinker too close to your hook. See?
Right.
Yeah, that scares the fish away, the sinker. So you give yourself plenty of line.
Uh-huh.
And you take a snap. And this one here, I don't care if I wet it or not. Because if I hook bottom, the first thing I'm going to lose is my sinker, not my whole rig.
Right. But the other ones you have to wet.
Yeah. You can wet this one if you want to, but I always figured I'd rather just lose a sinker than the whole setup, all my hooks. Oh, see, I'm in a habit of doing it. Okay, then I come back to my loops. And it really doesn't matter which half you cut off. It gives you just about the right length for a dropper. In fact, I always cut maybe an inch off. Because that way it doesn't twist around your line. And I use 25 pound, like this is 20 pound Yozuri line. Okay, and I take a
bead.
A bead.
Where do you get the beads? Buy them at the...
You can use any color you want, red.
Yeah.
You know.
You got chartreuse there, I see.
Yeah.
Orange.
And the bottom hook, I usually use a float.
A what?
A float. One of these.
Uh-huh.
Or one of these here. I see these I made But you can buy these floats. You can buy solid pieces and cut them and paint them. And you know how to tie this knot.
Mm-hmm.
3 times around.
Back underneath.
My hands don't work worth a crap anymore. Through the loop.
Mm-hmm. And just a regular, what size hook is that?
That's a 1/0.
1/0?
Yeah, 1/0. Make sure they're sea salt hooks or stainless steel if you can find them.
Mm-hmm.
And on this, I usually put the white part to the hook. So in other words, the fish is going to see the green. I don't want them to see the white.
Yeah.
So I usually put the green showing. Oh, sometimes, well,
You
I
put
usually,
a bead on top?
Yeah, I put it on
A
the
red?
between here and the hook. I try to get a little one if I can. If I can't, because some of these beads will float too, somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
See, so it gives a little color.
Why do you want it to float, though? To keep the bait up?
Well,
Away from the
yeah,
line?
yeah. You want this to float because this is your bottom hook. See.
Mm-hmm.
So you want that to come up, and this is probably going to be up in the air a little bit anyways because your line is going on an angle.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And trim it close.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I do is I take, she's got my Scotch tape. Usually I put my 2 hooks together.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
put
this.
a piece of Scotch tape
Scotch
around
tape, and then when you put them in the,
it. Tackle box, you don't.
well, no, I put them in a, see all them little plastic bags there?
Baggie.
I save all my sandwich bags, my dirty ones,
Uh-huh.
and that way I've always got something to put them in. I don't use brand new bags. I use my old bags.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a piece of tape, 1 piece of tape like that.
Mm.
Then I hook the 2 ends together.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See, now they'd be taped together.
Yeah.
She's got it out in the other room. See, if these would be together, then you don't get tangled up when you come out.
Mm-hmm. Now, how big is the board?
I'll give you the directions. Let me get it on the internet for you.
And where do you find that little piece of copper thing?
You got a pipe. You got to cut
Yeah,
a slab off.
here, I got an extra one I'll give you.
Cut a piece off of it.
Here.
Of a piece of pipe. Oh, I want to take your extra